Hey guys, it's Herblin here with an episode of Neo Scavenger. Brand new series, going to be starting this today. I haven't played this game in a long time. Just played through about 5 minutes just to kind of refamiliarize with the controls. So without any kind of further going on about that, I'm just going to start a brand new game. Jump right into it. Now when you start this game, it's really cool. It's actually an open world, kind of like a horror survival type game. Bit of crafting and fighting monsters. It's a lot of reading though. But these are really strong, like your different abilities, and they all come into play at different times. I'm going to go with something really basic. I'm going to go with strength, because I think that's really important to be able to melee. I mean, you can get into range, and you can be really good with a bow, but you're not going to be using a lot of like rifles or high-powered kind of guns or anything like that. Bullets are super, super rare, and I usually end up just selling them because they are so rare. Think of The Road, if you ever seen that movie or read the book. So I'm going to go with melee and strength. Those are two things that go really, really well together. Maybe go with botany, because you can pick up food that way. And I kind of want one more thing. I'm not entirely sure what I want, but I'm going to give myself a shitty metabolism. Because a shitty metabolism, yeah, you need to eat a little bit more. Botany is going to take care of that. But it heals you a little bit as well. Healing rate slightly increased. And if I remember correctly, that's the only ability that you can get in this entire game that's going to help you out like that. So now we got an extra thing that we can spend a point on, maybe medic. Lockpicking. Lockpicking is going to be super useful too. Getting it, I'll use different locked areas, sheds, garden sheds, picking up gear as we go along. Hopefully finding some stuff that hasn't been picked through. So we're going to confirm that, and we start out our game. You wake up disoriented, slumped over the base of an empty cryo sleep pod. Still damp from cryo fluid, with thick dust from the floor clings to your skin, leaving a clean spot on the ground. So you must have been there a really long time. There's a large number 5 painted right underneath you. So we're right over here, I guess. This one that isn't all smashed up. Now across the room there is an open door to a hallway and a broken window leading outside. Right over here. Just as you gather your wits, an unearthly scream erupts from the hall beyond the doorway. Something is coming fast. So do we want to use our botany skills? Do we want to use melee? Or, I don't really want to, rely on beating it up. So I don't know how use of plants is going to get us out of this mess. Maybe we'll die and this will be the shortest playthrough ever. A plant catches your eyes. You scan the room for supplies. Rinkness? I have no idea what that is. Communis. The castor oil plant is growing from the window. You remember that this plant can be highly toxic and most animals will avoid it if possible. Breaking off some branches, you quickly stomp on the leaves and seeds, rubbing the fragments with your feet and hands. You scatter the rest in the doorway just in time. The predatory dog-like creature comes to a halt just as it reaches the doorway, sniffing the plants and shaking its head in disgust. Wow. So you thrust your hand towards it and it steps back further, obviously uninterested in your toxic scent. With one more huff, it pads down the hall looking for a more palatable prey. Now that's really weird that worked. So over here we have our options. We can climb out the window, go explore the world, but first we're going to do a little bit of just kind of search around the room, familiarize ourselves, see where we are, because it's safe inside. Once we go out, it's gross, right? So you check the console for any patient info and come across 3 records. Tank number 1, Anton Blubber. Emergency contact Angela Blubber. 45 Campbell Street, Detroit, Michigan. 48210. Billing info, Angela Blubber. So she was paying for him. Tank number 5, Philip Kindred. Committed. That was you, I guess. Tank number 5. Weird. So us, like we're Philip Kindred. No data. Billing info account 20141117 Detroit Savings Bank. That's interesting. I wonder if that will come into play later. Maybe we'll have to remember that somehow, because I know there is some hacking. Sometimes you can find electronics and try to find like a power source for them, which is really kind of a weird and interesting type feature in this game, which is really unique. Anyways, our last tank, number 6, Lloyd Blank Check. That sounds like a made-up name. Blank Check. His check bounced? I don't know. Emergency contact, Meyer & Meyer, LLP. 304 South Broadway, Detroit, Michigan. Huh. Okay. So that's kind of cool. So we've got a couple tanks there. So I guess we don't really have much else that we can do except kind of step out into the world. So let's go for that. Climb out the window here and begin our journey. You decide to go outside and see if you can figure out where you are. Avoiding the broken glass, you step onto the sill and outside, rustling some plants that have grown wild in the area. It's cool outside and damp, probably morning. The distant report of a gun catches your attention. You cock your head listening, but it's over as quickly as it started. Obviously, you're not alone here, though that doesn't necessarily comfort you. So there's still people alive, but maybe there shouldn't be, because somebody's off in the distance shooting a gun. What can that mean for us? So you're in the parking lot of Gaige's cryo facility, but everything looks disused and in disrepair. Plants have pushed their way through the pavement and over the facility. Worst of all, nothing looks familiar. You don't remember this place or even who you are. Your frustration mounts, but you catch it and you put it in check. Might as well take a look around. So I guess that's the graphic of the facility we're in. You can see the grass is pretty grown over. So now that we're in the overworld game, we can see obviously it's raining. We can see our inventory here. Here's our little guy. I just looking at that. Back to the map. It's raining. There's a little eyeglass here. There's a little magnifying glass, meaning that we can actually scavenge this area, which is really cool. So we're going to do a quick scavenge of the Gaige's cryo facility. Despite its high-tech appearance, this facility seems to be tucked away in the wilderness out of sight. This bodes well for the chance of finding something of value or even shelter, provided nothing else has set up shop here with the same idea. You found something. Your activity likely alerted nearby creatures. Okay. So we found... I thought we already had glass. I found... this? I don't know. Oh, I could use that and climb back in. I found it way back into the building, which I don't really want to do. Maybe a little bit later. I could go back there if I don't find anywhere to sleep tonight. I can make my way back here, but already there's little towns and stuff right by us. So as you approach the town, there is no sign of activity. Buildings stand in ruin. Vehicles are overturned and blackened with fire. Explosion marks radiate outward from walls and pavement. In this distance, strange-looking creatures circle in the sky like monstrous leathery vultures. The world has drastically changed from what you knew. Some sort of cataclysm has befallen the earth, returning mankind to the Dark Ages, and along with it your hopes of finding a warm meal and some answers. You decide to look around and scavenge what you can from the ruins. So everything seems really bad, like explosion marks, fire. Like you can see in this kind of picture, like a bus here that's all just destroyed up. People are still there, it looks like. I mean, there's graffiti on it, but nothing looks like at all usable. Nothing looks good. So now we're in this town. We can actually scavenge for supplies. So there's an abandoned mobile home and there's an abandoned house. So we're going to start with the house, maybe a little bit more chance. Our strength is going to come into play. That we can, it's going to take away from some of our strength and some of our safety, but it's going to provide a higher chance for loot, as you can see here, and hopefully we can find a little bit more by using our strength. So the suburbs were hit hard in the collapse. Masses of people fleeing from the urban centers in search of supplies, and supernatural threats encroaching from the wilds. The suburbs became the front lines of a war for survival. Still, houses like these are so numerous that some have been entirely missed by scavengers, and they tend to be less likely to fall over than the bigger buildings in the urban centers. That kind of makes sense. So there's nothing in there. Let's try the mobile home. Like other suburban homes, mobile homes were on the front line in a war between fleeing urban populations and supernatural hordes from the wilds. However, their smaller size of 10... Oh, sorry. Often means there's less to be found in each. Wow. I guess pretty tired. So we didn't find anything in this whole town, which is really frustrating. We're just going to have to keep moving on. Once in a while we end our turn, depending on our strength and how quick we're moving. Now we can scavenge in this forest, so we can use our strength and our botany here. Botany because we're going to be looking for plants, right? Like we're looking for things, and we have that botany skill. So we found a little bit of water. We found a handful of berries that they're edible, and we know that because we have botany. If we didn't have botany, it would just say a handful of berries. Eat at your own risk, pretty much. And, you could eat them. You could just shit your pants. You could eat them and be fine. You could be... Why am I blind? Did I eat something weird? Oh, damn. What happened? Did I eat something I wasn't supposed to eat? Oh, this looks edible. I'm going to carry some berries with me. Maybe these mushrooms are better. Put these in my hands for now. Just wander around with these like a madman. So what's going on with us being blind? And turn. Okay, so it's kind of noontime. Let's get up on this hill because that actually does help out a lot. Yeah, so we're shivering. We're getting really cold and we're slowing down a lot. If you notice, you look around you, there appears to be very few areas worth checking out. We can search this open field, use our botany skill again, but there's nothing out here. Damn. Okay, let's then turn. We're really close to that city. If you've seen those red footprints there for a second, those are actually track marks, and sometimes we can follow other people or other animals with those. Looking around, there appear to be few areas worth checking out, so we're going to check out a crumbling apartment building. So check out a crumbling apartment building. It's a mess. Inside, broken bricks lay in piles, bits of glass strewn everywhere like glittering dust. Water stains and dead leaves litter the outer edges of the building, and rock dust still covers areas sheltered from the elements. Scavengers before you have obviously picked most of the easy scores clean, but a little elbow grease and some risk taking might reward the intrepid treasure seeker. So we're going to use our strength, give us a bit of a oh shit, so the roof collapsed. The unstable ruins start to fall as a result of your rummaging, and a portion of the roof collapses. You are cut and bruised by the falling debris. You didn't find anything useful. So we're going to check out an abandoned apartment building. Be a little bit safer. Use our strength. This concrete apartment building looks to be in better shape than most, so it's concrete. Stumbled into black mold, so we're just having an awful time here. We're not having any luck. And it could be very easily true that we, oh, look, so we got some stuff. You found something. Let's go to the item screen, see what we got. So we got a duffel bag. How do we use this? Take that. That's pretty cool. So how do you put this on? Oh, it goes around our waist or something? Is that like a fanny pack or something kind of? Okay, no, it does go on our back. So we got a nice backpack there. We got a green colored hoodie. Now they're both in pretty bad condition. This backpack's in awful condition too, so meaning it's probably going to break soon, but at least, hey, it's something right now that we can kind of throw some stuff in. I'm going to carry this empty whiskey bottle around and an old newspaper. Hey, oh, a lighter. That's really useful if you want to ever start a fire. You need one of those, and we're going to throw on... Both of these are in equally awful condition. So we're just going to throw on that one. Hey, we got a pair of binoculars. That's pretty amazing. I'm going to throw that in the front pocket there. And we got a black shirt as well. In this game, you can really layer up. We need to find some shoes, though, as well. If we take a look at our medical condition, we've got scrapes and cuts all over us. Like a little scrape, we got a little ding here, a little bit of bruise, minor pain. We got a minor cut, some minor bleeding, minor pain, and we got a minor cut, bleeding, and pain on our head as well. From that roof collapsing and possibly from that black mold. I'm not too sure what happened there. So is there anything left to scavenge in this town? Anything worth checking out? Maybe I guess we'll check that out. Check out the crumbling building. We've got a lighter now. It's at 57.2%. That's going to go down every single time we use it. We can use that to light up a little bit inside and kind of get a better look at things. Oh, we found like a good mother light here. Looks like, oh, we got some pants. We got jeans. Some decent condition jeans, too. That's rare. So we got a 92% quality jeans. That's really great. We got a shoe. It's one shoe, but it's better than nothing. It's going to protect our foot. That's awful condition. That's probably from before. And we can actually take this water and throw it in our little bottle here. And we can drink out of that as we need it. I'm going to throw this newspaper in here only because we can rip it up later and use it with these twigs and start a campfire later. Scrap of foil, I'm not entirely sure what it does. I'm going to actually keep this shopping bag. This is actually a crumpled up shopping bag because we can put it in our hand and we can use it, or we can attach it to us and use it later if we kind of start to run out of if we start to run out of storage space, we can just store things like that. We can carry a shopping bag around. So on one hand we have some glass shards. That's our weapon. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a little bit of crafting here and open up that crafting screen because I know with a little bit of like a glass shard, I'm pretty sure with an old bit of clothes, and we have lots of them now, I think we can make some cloth. Yeah, we can. Okay, so it's actually going to just turn it right into a shiv. So that's really good because we won't cut our hand up when we're trying to stab something with that. It's going to break easy because it's just a piece of glass, but, it's a little bit better than holding a raw piece of glass in your hand and trying to stab somebody with it because it's going to really fuck you up a lot worse than it's going to do any damage to anybody else, right? We're going to throw that glass in our pocket. I think it's safe there. Sorted small parts, a bit of string. Maybe that would be useful. Can we actually attach that to our binoculars? I believe we can. Oh, wrong thing. No, we can't. Handful of string? No, it doesn't do anything. Alright, so that's fine. We'll just throw that back on the ground for now. We've got our binoculars, we've got everything we need, and we're going to continue and keep looking for things. Just go little area to little area. We'll keep looting. Storage sheds are mixed bags. Ostensibly, there should be some goods inside, but then again, anyone here before you would have known that and cleaned it out. Still, it's worth a shot. So we're gonna, oh look, it looks like we actually got something really useful in a crowbar. Oh yeah, crowbar, definitely worth it. So we can put away that old shard of glass and keep that in our pocket for a rainy day, which is technically today. T-shirt. Oh wow, pretty good quality t-shirt. A lot better than this thing. So we can put this on. It's pretty stylish. Oh, not that thing. That's all damaged up. Pretty stylish little chicken shirt. Put on a little sweater over top of that. We got our jeans. We're doing pretty good. Oh, we got a Fairgrounds t-shirt, and we've got just our plain black t-shirt like what we had on before. But now we've got a crowbar, and that's a really good weapon. It's only at 8%, so it's going to break soon. But it's really great because we can also use that for scavenging and getting into sheds. It's going to help us out a lot. So now we can use this. It jumps up our chance and loot quite a bit. We can use our lighter to see better, and we can use our strength. So we have a lot better chance, but we're not being very sneaky now. So we might draw attention from some of the creatures. I think that was bullets. Some bullets. So we got five bullets, and that's a good find. Those are really rare. Those are really valuable. You can sell those for quite a lot of money. You can throw them in a gun, and you can take down some creatures that are way beyond your scope of being able to take out. We also got a multi-tool knife, and that's going to be really useful in crafting situations. It is very damaged, so I'm not sure how much we'll get to use it, but we can use that in combat, or we can use that in a lot of different crafting situations as well. So we're going to scavenge out in the woods a little bit, see if we can find anything to eat. Just use that a lot. Yeah, we got lots now. So how are we doing? We are not thirsty. We've got slacked thirst. Not hungry. Little. I knew we could eat, but that is poisonous. Do not eat that. See, we know because we took that perk, right? If we didn't take that perk, that might be the end of the game. We might be like, oh, maybe we'll top up on food here, and that would be the end of it. So what's this little burnt out town here? This looks, oh shit, what's coming up on me? Something pretty big was sneaking up on me there. Storage shed. What's in here? Nothing. Hide. Players started hiding. End turn. Yeah, we want to keep hidden with something like that kind of sitting around. We don't want to come out of hiding. We want to keep our distance and kind of get out of here. If we're going to scavenge, these are destroyed office buildings. No office buildings. I don't think they're really super worth using. We're going to be very sneaky while we do it, though. We're not going to use up any of this other stuff. So this office building is in ruins and is unlikely survive, and it's unlikely much survived its collapse. The creaking walls and ceiling are no boost to your confidence either. Still, that may mean no one was brave enough or perhaps desperate enough to go in there. Yeah, roof collapse. We just made a ton of noise. And we hurt ourselves again as well, which is really unfortunate because we're not doing so good that way. End turn, maybe. It's getting dark. I'm gonna find somewhere to camp out. Maybe this town over here looks like we might be able to kind of camp out there. Though we're still in hiding mode and we're still trying to sneak around. Maybe we can unhide and come out and get there a little bit quicker. So scavenging this town, there's a storage shed. Use your strength, just go all out, try to get stuff kind of quickly. Oh, it looks like there was a bit of a sleeping bag there. Sleeping bag, some other gear as well, possibly. Lucky you were prepared for an occasion, so we got into a locked storage shed. We got some more stuff. What did we happen to get? We got a sleeping bag, a compact sleeping bag, like a hiker sleeping bag. That's really good to have. We got another shoe. I don't really care what foot it's supposed to be on. This is a left shoe at 78%. This is actually a right shoe. It's in pretty bad condition, but we got the right shoes from the right sides of the feet right now. That's actually kind of amazing. A big step in the right direction. If you're really desperate, you end up putting on these makeshift rag shoes, and you don't want to be in that situation. Walking around with without being able to take care of your feet in a survival situation like this, obviously is not a good thing. So, in return, let's take a look in this town, see if there's anywhere to actually sleep, because that's another big thing, is finding somewhere to camp. We're just going to do a quick kind of scan over this apartment building as well, see if there's any more gear for us, and then we're going to set up camp. And there's lots of gear here, lots of stuff for us. We got, looks like a little crock, we got another water bottle, we got another lighter. I'm going to pick up that second lighter, and we'll just have that kind of as a backup in case we run out. We've got some dirty old rags, and we've got some old shirts and stuff. You know, maybe we could use one of these old shirts with the multi-tool. Can we turn that into rags? We can turn those into dirty rags. It's a dirty old shirt, though. We guess we don't have anything really that's going to turn into, something really nice, which is unfortunate. I was hoping to get some clean rags and kind of patch ourselves up with it. That's okay. So we're going to open up our camp screen. These are the available buildings to kind of camp out in. So we've got all these different things, and we can, like, these different buildings are all burnt out old apartments that we're going to be able to camp in this town because that's all there is here. But that's okay. So let's go to crafting. We're just going to make it a little bit more comfortable. We're going to throw down this little bit of whatever that is, handful of small twigs and bark. Create a little fire. This is going to give us away. It's not always the smartest thing to have a bit of a little fire going, but it's going to help us quite a lot with comfort and getting to sleep tonight. Which means that we're going to heal a lot better too. Oh, there's bullets here as well, or is that just the bullets that are in my pocket? I guess that's just the bullets in my pocket, though. There's a pill jar here. I should pick that up. Can always hide stuff in there, put stuff in there later. Rocks, mostly. But that's okay. Alright, so let's open up the campground screen. We've got to throw our sleeping bag on the ground. I believe it's kind of a weird system. If it's in your inventory, it's kind of tucked away. We don't, for whatever reason, get it in our camping screen. So that's going to bring our shelter up and our sleep up. Put this up, which is going to light up the building. Whatever. And we're going to sleep. Or rest and heal. Rest and heal is safe, I think. As night falls, you notice that there is a bright glow coming from the east, easily visible through the treetops. It's no guarantee, but it could be a sign of civilization. Maybe even a lead on where you are, or who. And if nothing else, it's a good landmark to strike forward. It's as good a landmark to strike forward as any. Press Minimap or M to see this location on the map. That's cool. Oh, so if he gets kind of tired out there, we can see. Okay, so that's our map so far. Can't actually see that other place on there, but that's okay. So this guy is kind of just going through the night. But he really needs to get some sleep. He needs to kind of get himself rested. There we go. Perfect. So I guess it's the next day at this point. Every morning you want to remember, take down your camp. Take down your campsite, pick up all your gear. Make sure that you have that all ready. See, we got ashes from before. From our fire kind of burnt out over the night. Pick up our sleeping bag, make sure that we have that. Anyways, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you continue. If you like the video, just leave a like, a comment, subscribe, anything like that. Any of your support like that, it helps me out so much, and it means a lot to me. Thank you guys so much, and see you next time.